We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. We slaying witches and demons, making a list like I'm Steven. This ain't the Garden of Eden. Playing this game, it's not even. I come with soldiers and legions. That is my name that you speaking. All of y'all live for the weekend. I don't know what you believe in. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. She rocking the two-piece and look like a snack. Stay out of trouble, but I got a new scheme. I'm sipping on wine while they sipping on that. I done told y'all if I see it, I cop it. You see what we rocking, we dripping all black. You being off, you seen this deposit. We brought a few bags and there's more in the back. I got riches storing up in heaven. I'm a big gorilla, I got ape aggression. Young and jaded like an adolescent. I'm slightly faded like an evanescent. Brand new villa up on the East Coast. You better come through because we stay progressing. If you roll with us, you better unpack before God teaches you an eternal lesson. Roll with me, you're gonna learn something. Roll with me, you're gonna earn some. We in the forest like we Fern Gully. If it's feeling off, I discern some. Clean hearts, but we stay muddy. Too smart, but we stay steady. Staying face, cause we too ugly. All these jokers think they too funny. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack.
What's up, ya beaches? Oh yeah. What's good? What's good, ya boosh? Make sure you say what's up when you come in. Come on, don't be shy. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Oh. Don't be shy with daddy. Don't you fucking be shy. Speak up.
I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the key to these peasants, you know that's a fact.
Let it be known that we're making some sick fucking guys.
I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. We slaying witches and demons, making a list like I'm Steven. This ain't the Garden of Eden. Playing this game, it's not even. I come with soldiers and legions.
No Garden of Eden. All right, no Garden of Eden. I'm down with that. New track by King Darius. Yaboosh. New track. New track. New drop. New drop. New drop. New drop from my boy.
You see what we rockin', we drippin' all black. You being off, you seen this deposit. We brought a few bags and there's more in the back. I got riches storing up in heaven. I'm a big gorilla. I got ape aggression. Young and jaded like an adolescent. I'm slightly faded like an evanescent. Brand new villa up on the East Coast. You better come through because we stay progressing. If you roll with us, you better unpack before God teaches you an eternal lesson. Roll with me, you're gonna learn something.
Those eternal lessons, though. What's up, beaches?
Yeah. Like we Fern Gully. If it's feeling off, I discern some. Clean hearts, but we
no one reps Fern Gully unless you have kids.
All these jokers think they too funny. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back.
What?
I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact. Y'all hate the press, y'all elect them, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back. I'm on the move, I'm not stressing, the king to these peasants, you know that's a fact.
Let's do this.
Y'all hate the press, y'all like them, a press for 11, I gave him a stack. I use these words as my weapon, the demon, the session, we killing the pack. We go from humble to flexing, you DM, I'm texting, she hit me right back.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Yeah. Let's pop a Swole. Damn.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling.
La basson is a sizzling. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Testing, 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 test, 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 testing, 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 test, 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 testing, testicles, testicles, testicles. Welcome everyone to episode 1073 of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps, and I say 73, meaning 72. I'm not saying trois like 3, but I know, okay, un, deux, trois, that's the French shit. I mean 72. 72. It's a 72, man. Come on, man. It's episode 72, 1072. We're talking fat. We're talking fat. We're talking Fatty McFatterson or Fatston Churchill. Anything you want to talk about, we're talking fat today. Maybe we're talking about you being fat. Maybe we're talking about me being fat. I want to talk about fat and the use of the word fat. And we have to stop being afraid of the fucking word fat. But I want to talk about some of the fat shit that's going down. More fat acceptance stuff. You've probably seen on YouTube, those of you that follow me, a lot of you follow other people online, or you get suggested trending videos on YouTube, especially that result to this. A lot of you follow Alan over at Every Damn Day Fitness, or you follow Elgin over at Infinite Elgintensity and those posts and stuff like that. And you've probably seen the new Gillette Venus thing. I'm probably going to make a nuts on chin video about it. Give my 2 nuts on the matter. A lot of you have seen that stuff already, where before I did a video, when was that? When was that first ad that Gillette did? What was that first debacle? The toxic masculinity. I did that video on YouTube a while ago. I think it was like a month or 2 ago. So they did that video about, you know, men should be nicer, men, naughty, naughty men. And they got destroyed for that. They got absolutely fucking lit up for that bullshit, because that ad was just nauseating. And now Gillette doesn't want to stop with it. Gillette just doesn't fucking give up. So now they made another ad or a tweet or some kind of like post. I don't even know where these other people find this content. I usually come up with things like a few days after, because usually I see someone else make a video. I'm like, how do you even find out about this? I mean, I don't watch commercials. I don't watch TV. I'm sure, just like myself, everyone just gets messaged, you know, hey, check this out. Hey, have you seen this? Hey, have you seen this? What are your thoughts on this? And then people make a video. I always feel like I'm on the back burner. Like, I'm like, where do you find this stuff? Like, are you just scouring the internet all the time? Are you just always looking for this shit? But no, I know it like pops up and people are like, hey, what do you think about this? And you look at it, you're like, oh, fuck. Now I got to make a video on this because it pisses me off. But what's funny about that video or that tweet or the ad or the commercial, whatever the fuck it was, this woman is humongous, like absolutely humongous. And I think it's because she has some kind of disease or thing that makes her legs really big. Ironically, her upper body is very obese as well, which the video that I watched was really funny. You can go check it out on YouTube. It's Elgin's video over at Infinite Elgintensity. It's really funny, but it's also truthful. And what I don't like about this whole trend, you know, of course, the fat acceptance. And I want to reiterate, and I want to make it an open discussion. First off, I love language. I love language. A lot of you know I love language. I love naughty words. Fuck, shit, pussy, twat, cunt. I love all the words. You can call me what you want. I like words. I like language. This is an explicit podcast for a reason, because I don't want to censor anyone, or I don't want to be censored. I will say what I want, and I will say what I think. And it's my podcast, so it's my party. I'll cry if I want to. It's my podcast. I'll say what I want. And I like language. I like the descriptive nature of language, and I like maximizing my use of language. And to be honest, it's fun when someone gets offended. I think it's funny because I don't understand them getting offended. I don't understand the offensive part of it. You know, it goes back to the sticks and stones. Well, words won't hurt you, so just listen to something else. Just listen to something else. Go talk to, go fill your ears with something else. You don't need to listen to my podcast. You don't need to watch my videos. If it offends you, then why are you still watching it? People love to watch and expose themselves to shit they hate. Isn't that crazy? Online especially, people love to expose themselves to things that they fucking hate. Wouldn't it make sense? Hey, I don't like this. I don't think I'm going to watch it. Hey, I don't like what he has to say. I'm not going to listen anymore. You would think that's the case. Whereas it's like the opposite. People just love to expose themselves. They love to get riled up. They love to get angry. And then they're going to share their opinion with you. It's like, I don't give a fuck. If you don't like what I have to say, then just go watch something else. I don't need to hear your opinion on what I have to say because I don't care about your opinion. I do and I don't. Like, I want you all, of course, I want people to like my videos. I want people to like my podcast, but not at the expense of me selling out and not saying what I feel. That's the difference. I don't want to offend someone in the sense that I don't want to hurt your feelings, but if your feelings get hurt, I'm willing to accept that. I'm willing to accept your feelings being hurt to say what I think and to say what I feel. I am willing to do that. However, I am not actively, and I know that's why you all follow me, and that's why this has been successful, and that's why we keep on growing, because I am not going out looking for a fight. I'm not trying to hurt people's feelings, but I will voice my opinion, and of course, just because, you know, you have a differing opinion, someone is going to get offended, someone is going to get hurt, and so be it. So there's always going to be collateral damage for the truth and for lies. There's always going to be collateral damage, but I don't have to make shit up because I'm not lying. I don't have to remember things because I'm not lying. I just say the things that I want to say. I say the things that I want to say. And if you like it, you stay. If not, come on. Thousands of podcasts. Go watch or listen to something else, right? If you don't like what I have to say. So that being said, what's interesting about the whole fat acceptance thing from Gillette's standpoint is that what are they trying to do, right? What are they trying to do? Why do they keep on pushing buttons? Well, they want women to buy razors. Women are going to buy razors more than men. Men shave their faces, but you know, not all men. Some men grow beards, right? So not everyone is using their razors. However, all women, pretty much all women, more women use razors than men. Women use razors on their legs. They use razors on their face sometimes, if they need to, or on other parts, on their armpits, right? Women shave more than men. I think we can agree in general, right? Because a lot of men don't shave their legs, their chest, their arms. They don't shave their face. So they're not using razors. I'm not using razors. If I ever need to trim something, I use a trimmer because I don't shave anything down to whatever. But women shave. Women shave, they wax, you get it, right? And it's funny because if you are using or you're leaning towards this fat, if you're leaning towards like this kind of fat acceptance thing, it's hysterical because they're going to sell more razors because if you're fatter, you got more surface area to shave. You're going to go through more razors. Yeah, you're securing business. You're securing fucking business. That's what you're doing. I have a lot of comments. My boyfriend shaves more than me. All right. I didn't do any kind of research when I said that. I didn't do any. I'll make this like my disclaimer. I did zero research before stating those bullshit facts. All right. It could be true. I'm just assuming. Can we agree in general, at least for my point here, that women shave more? Regardless, if you're marketing your razors towards fat women and obese, morbidly obese women, whatever the reason for that obesity, you're going to sell more razors because they're going to go through. There's more surface area. You're shaving a larger thing. So you're going to go through it. You're going to go through it more. So I find it very self-serving and a double-edged sword. It's like, hey, we're supporting this. Are you really? Are you really supporting fat acceptance? Are you really supporting people of all shapes and all sizes? Yes. I love it when they fucking say that. Gillette supports women of all shapes and colors and this and that. Gillette supports anyone that has hair that can be shaved by their razors. That's what Gillette does. Gillette supports anyone that will use their fucking products. Anyone. Which includes fat, skinny, black, white, Asian. Anyone that can shave, Gillette supports. Why? Because they pay and they will buy purchases and they purchase things from Gillette. Can we just admit, can we just be transparent for once? No one gives a fuck about your moral values, Gillette. No one gives a shit. I say that while I give a shit, right? I say that while I rip them for their moral values. I think the problem is why do brands like that feel the need to get either political or social? Why are you jumping into social issues? Like, fucking just sell razors. Why can't you sell razors? Why can't you sell razors? Sell razors. Sell them. Sell your fucking razors. And if you sell your razors using this, put in parentheses, we don't really give a fuck as long as you buy our razors. Like those little fast disclaimer audio ads like for the radio at the bottom. The text you can't even fucking read, yet will still be legally binding if, you do something that applies to that. We flashed it on the screen. You didn't screenshot it. You didn't screenshot it and blow it up to 10,000 times its normal size to read it, to read your legal rights. Virtue signaling is part of modern marketing. I think it's hard when you have, like, everyone has their own, individual brand, right? Like an individual like myself can create the brand, right? Like Swole, right? I created that. And you have people that have their own opinions that are running the brand. So Swole is a brand. I think we agree on that. It's a brand. It's my company, but it's also, it can easily vocalize my opinions. Now I'm doing a podcast under the umbrella of Swole, but I'm not trying to get like really, I don't really get political. Like even on the podcast, we'll talk about shit, but I have my opinions. But I'm not, this isn't a political talk show. This isn't necessarily a social issue talk show, but this is like, we talk about things that will integrate with fitness and health and lifestyle and all those things, right? You know the flow. I mean, it's been a 1,072 episodes. So you get the picture right now. But this kind of stuff that directly impacts the social acceptance of lack of health, lack of conversation. We're not addressing the real issue. Anytime you're promoting or you're glorifying obesity, you cannot tell me that this is not glorifying obesity. How is it not glorifying obesity? Now, it doesn't mean that anyone that's overweight should never get their picture taken, should never be a spokesperson. But can we stop like pretending that this is a healthy thing? I don't care about the genetic issue or whatever you would claim that she has because of her lower body is bigger. She's fat everywhere. This woman is morbidly obese everywhere. So whatever the issue is with her lower body has nothing to do with her upper body. Look at her upper body. Like she's an overweight person, extremely morbidly obese. It sends a bad signal. It sends a bad message to people. And there's a big difference between loving who you are and respecting your body and understanding the damage and understanding the problems that can come from perpetuating this idea that you could be healthy at any size. You cannot be healthy at any size. Like you literally cannot be healthy at any size. That's why it's called morbid obesity. Why do we call it morbid obesity? Morbid. Because it means you're going to fucking die. It means you have a much higher percentage of a fucking death when you are morbidly obese. That means you're overweight to the point where, yeah, your body's going to be like, fuck this, I'm out. That's the reality. So you can't be healthy at any size. And that's from science. Science tells us that if you are morbidly obese and, you're more at risk for all those things, diabetes, heart disease, heart attacks, because your fucking organs are working harder. You're slugging around a lot of extra dead weight. And then eventually you're going to be a dead weight too. And this is just scientific fact. And we are proving that and seeing that over and over again. And the habits that we have, the video I posted today on that Cadbury cream fucking spread on YouTube. Holy shit. Holy fucking shit. Is that not the grossest thing you've ever seen in your life? As if Cadbury cream eggs aren't sugary jizzy enough, you need to make a spread that you're going to put on things. Are you going to put that on bread? That's nauseating. I think all these people at these companies, whoever's designing this shit should be thrown in fucking jail. You should be fired instantly for even having an idea. How did these people sleep at night? How do these people sleep at night creating this high sugar garbage that they know is just fucking people up? They know people are dying from their products. Of course, you can make an argument, well, it's not directly, it's accumulation. You're feeding an addiction. It's like you're making legal heroin. Legal heroin. You're making legal heroin. And you want a pat on the back. I think it's fucking disgusting. It's disgusting. And you have all that shit coming out paired with these bullshit ads, Gillette, Venus, shave your fat fucking body and love it. I'm all about self-respect and self-love. And yes, some people have challenges. Some people are starting, a lot further back from the starting line. A lot of people were raised improperly and not taught good nutritional values and exercise. And some people have genetic disorders. I get that. And this is where the offended or the offense comes in when it's not intended. Some people might watch this and listen to this and get offended. I understand. I'm not using light words because I don't want to pussyfoot around this shit. Everyone on the news, everyone has to fucking tiptoe. Well, I don't. It's not good to be fat, end of story. And I don't like the misuse of the word fat. I don't like how people are getting away from it. Why don't we use words that are descriptive? Famous stand-up comedians like George Carlin and people for decades have been fighting for free speech and using words that have impact. But society keeps on pussifying words so they don't mean anything anymore. George Carlin has a famous bit on that. You can go Google it. It's amazing. Just goes to show how people soften, and it actually takes away from what those words actually fucking mean. Takes away from what those words actually mean. To the point where, oh, you're not fat, you're obese. Oh, you're not obese, you're overweight. What the fuck does that mean, you're overweight? I'm overweight according to my height, according to BMI, which is a bullshit measurement. You're overweight? What does that mean? You're horizontally challenged? What does that mean? What does that mean? You have an exponential gravitational pull? Like, what the fuck? Like, how are we going to take that to the next level? And I think it was George Carlin was saying that every time you add a syllable, it pussifies it more. And his example was shell shock, and now it's post-traumatic stress disorder, right? And then you have like all these extra syllables that just pussify the word. Eventually it doesn't mean anything. It's like a flaccid cock. It doesn't fucking do anything. Yeah, you have to recognize what you are. You have to recognize the issues that are associated with it, and don't lie to yourself. If you're fat and you own it, fine. But don't put it out there and promote it as if it's like fat acceptance. No, I'm not fucking accepting fat. Why? Why? Just because people are fat? I don't have to accept shit. It's my right to not accept shit. And then everyone else gets so offended and so upset because someone doesn't. So what? I don't have to accept it, and you don't have to care that I don't accept it. That's another problem. If you're going to start a fat acceptance movement, I can say, okay, go fuck yourself. You don't have to care that I say go fuck yourself, but these people use that as like, oh my God, lynch me. Well, fuck you. Go preach to someone else that cares. I don't care. I think you're full of shit. And then they'll go to someone else. Like, it doesn't have to be a clash, but it is. So when I hear these voices pop up and I see these commercials and people making videos, I'll make some videos too. I add to the conversation because I have a platform, I have a lot of followers, and I'm going to voice my opinion because people ask me. I get tons of DMs. I've been getting a lot about this Gillette shit, and I don't want to go watch and look and listen, and other people have made videos, but I'll add my 2 cents. I'll put my nuts on chin. I'll make a video. But there's, it's important to have both sides of that conversation and to realize that you don't have to be afraid to speak up. And unfortunately, a lot of people have to be, because if you say something wrong, oh my God, you're going to get sued or you're going to get fired or something's going to happen. If you're afraid for criticism, then don't put yourself out there. You'll have people that are like this, that are promoting fat acceptance and putting themselves out there, and then they criticize anyone that goes against them. Then don't post a picture on Instagram of you laying on the beach weighing 500 pounds and flaunting it. You're going to get a lot of negative feedback, as I think you should, especially when you put in the comments like haters are going to hate, blah, 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 and all this stuff. Okay, well, if you don't like the haters, then don't post the pictures. You could be full of shit, but it doesn't have to come out your fucking eyeballs, and you don't have to share it with the rest of the world. Anytime you put something out there, you're open to criticism. Anytime I post a video, I'm open to dislikes. I'm open to negative comments. I'm open to whatever someone wants to say when they come across my shit. And it happens. People go, oh, you're full of shit, bro. Oh, what the fuck are you trying to sell me? Or nice fucking beard, you homo. I get tons of stupid shit. It's like, do I pay attention to it? I see it. I laugh. I move on. So why can't other people do that? You can voice your opinion and just ignore. If you're going to come after people that have their opinion, it's like, well, don't share yours then if you don't want a counterpoint, if you don't want people sharing their opinions and sharing their views, especially when the view is literally one of the major issues that we have in society. Obesity is like the fucking cause of so many deaths. I think the stats were like 70 or 80% of the people in this country are obese or like borderline obese or diabetic. It's like it's growing and growing and growing. It's not stopping. You would think that CrossFit and training and all these gyms and online stuff and Instagram would actually make a difference, but it's not. It just keeps on skyrocketing because going to the doctor makes you fucking sick. Sucking down medications and sucking down all these pills and sucking down poisoned food and all this garbage is making you sick. It's making you sick. It's killing you. So you can talk all you want about how the fitness industry and all these things can help you and information. Well, something's not getting through. Something is still a missing link. That's why I go so hard on the quality of the food, because you can count your macros all you want. Is it working? People are getting fatter and dying and blah, blah, blah. Is going to the doctor and getting medication and doing all this stuff, is that working? The rates of obesity and sickness are just skyrocketing. So you tell me, what has been done in the past? What has been done in the past? What's the classic way of approaching all this that's actually making a difference with obesity? Nothing. Nothing is working because we're still pumping out garbage fucking foods like this Cadbury unicorn jizz amongst all other alcohol and binge and fucking garbage. We're fundamentally fucking ourselves up psychologically so that we think that's a good alternative, and we're just completely obliterating the fact that we're eating the foods that are causing us to have psychotic breakdowns. We're eating the foods that are causing us to have all these diseases. We are voluntarily putting these things in our mouth, and then we are going to the doctor for medications to fix the problems that those foods cause. It's the most ass backwards mind fuck, and I'm just sitting here on the sidelines watching. It's like, you know what I'm doing? You know what it feels like sometimes? It feels like I'm watching like one of those 5-year-old soccer games, right? Where the kids are just on the field with the ball and they just run around, and it's the biggest waste of fucking time ever. The kids are just running around, falling down, crying and kicking the ball, and, you know, they don't keep score. It's like the biggest this is a big waste of time, especially when they don't keep score. Just little kids playing soccer is probably the most nauseating, just boring shit you could ever do in your life. If you're a parent, don't pretend like, oh, you look at him, he's so athletic. It's boring as shit. Thank God for the advent of cell phones. You can actually be on the sidelines doing some work, watching Netflix while your kid plays soccer. So it's like, it's a waste of time. And I'm looking at this from the sidelines. I'm looking at this fucking shit. And I'm just like, what do they think they're doing? What do they think they're doing? You're literally putting the shit in your mouth. You're literally putting that garbage in your fucking mouth. You're putting that shit in your mouth, and then you're looking for medication to fix the problems that are caused by the shit that you put in your fucking mouth. I don't know. I don't know where it goes from here, but I'm going to make some content on it because it grinds my gears. I'm a little bit fired up. A little bit fired up if you haven't noticed. It's part of the problem. It's part of the problem. And just no one seems to care. No one seems to care. No one really, really seems to care. And I'll tell you, all these solutions and all these fitness experts and nutrition and all this stuff, why isn't it working? Why is it not working? Why aren't counting your macros or counting your calories, or why aren't these shakes working? And why isn't? Because it's not the right approach. You're still eating bad shit. You're still not doing your yoga and your meditation. You're still not training hard enough. You're still not organizing your life. You're still having cheat days and you're slacking. You're giving yourself excuses. You're not locked down up here. And it really makes it more challenging to lock down your brain when you're eating garbage food, when you're eating shit. It makes it a lot harder to focus. It makes it a lot harder to stay on your shit. Prevention is easier than treatment. Fucking damn straight it is. Damn straight it is. Hold on. I got a texting McTexterson. What do we think here? Slim fast diet? Yeah, right. Food pyramid? Fuck that shit. At least the kids are being active. Oh, I don't really care about kids soccer. It was just a good analogy because 5-year-olds playing soccer without keeping score is literally just people doing things for no reason with no outcome. I thought that was a very good analogy. It's like, what am I watching here? Just watching kids run around with the ball and fall down and cry and shit. Luke, when someone is fat, they get hurt by the word because they are on some level aware that they aren't living how they should be, and it's terrifying to have the flaw exposed, for sure. I used to be like that through meditation, accountability, you can take your life back, but most people aren't prepared for that commitment. Most people don't want to dig into their brain. Most people don't want to go inside and go internal, but there's some real shit in there. There's some real shit. What we got over here? How long have we got left in here, Papa Swole? I have 10 minutes left before I have to take the child to gymnastics. I don't know. If it's still going, then you turn it off and catch it later. These foods are purposely made so that the pharmaceutical companies can make their billions and billions of dollars selling the products that fix the ailments caused. It's a big cycle. I mean, I don't know who's to, I don't think there's any one person to blame. Like, who do you blame? Who can you blame? It's like now there's just, the system is in place and this is how it works. So this is how it just keeps on working. And I'm not saying that the person that makes the Cadbury, that jizz spread, you know, it's his fault. I mean, well, there's a market for it. Why is there a market for it? You know, it's all different levels. And it comes down to the parenting. I mean, how many parents are buying that for their kids? How many parents are buying all this garbage and sugar and shit for their kids? I mean, Easter is literally, I mean, if you're not religious, I mean, it's a fucking made up holiday. It's completely made up with the chocolate and the fucking rabbit. Like, it's a joke. It's a joke. If you're religious, you could believe what you want to believe. I personally don't in any of that stuff, from the rabbit to the dude. I mean, but it's like the chocolate shit. It's completely just commercial. It's commercial shit. It's just commercial. It's just making money for no fucking reason. And people just follow that. Oh, let me search for a fucking bird. Let me search for a rabbit. Let me search for this chocolate. Why? What does that have to do with anything? What does that have to do with fucking anything? Anything. Anyway, that's that. So check this out. Tomorrow is Sunday Fun Day. Doing something a little bit different tomorrow. So those of you that are part of the Daily Swole Club, you've already gotten your email so you can submit your questions. Everyone else, turn on your post notifications because we're going to go live. And I'm doing all the questions live tomorrow. So you got to tune in, and I want to do a ton of live questions. So tomorrow, of course, I don't know how many of you watch Game of Thrones, but I'm stoked. Tomorrow is Game of Thrones season premiere. So tomorrow is going to be like a Game of Thrones themed. I mean, not going to be anything exciting. I'm just going to be here like this, but we can talk anything about the show. We can talk anything about fitness. We can do a lot of stuff, but tomorrow is the Sunday of Thrones. We are excited. So those of you that do watch the show, it's been a long time coming. I know a lot of people are excited about it, and I'm excited about it. I'm super stoked. So tomorrow we're going to be doing a lot of questions, but live. So make sure you turn on your post notifications on Instagram, on Facebook, and everywhere. And we're going to go jamming on it tomorrow. All right. So make sure you turn that on. Leave your questions and your comments in the, drop it down below. And if you have questions on fitness and training, we'll get into a lot of questions tomorrow. So make sure you tune in. And stay tuned for all the posts that I'm going to be dropping on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube. Check out the new YouTube drop. I got a lot of content coming this week. We are literally ramping up. We're turning this shit up to fucking 11. So I'm super stoked. Yeah, winter is here. Winter is here. It's ironic because it's like April. It's like, no, it's kind of like spring. It's kind of like spring. So it's not really winter. Winter's not really here, but it's like, all right. All right, could have done this. Could have had this release in November, but I get it. You wanted to skip the holiday shit. I get it. I get it, Game of Thrones. I get it. So tomorrow, Game of Thrones Sunday Fun Day special. We'll do some talk, and we'll make it Game of Thrones themed. So if you got questions, you got predictions, we can all jam on that tomorrow. I'll see you for episode 1073 of the Most Muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gangcast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and the Slaycast. In the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. Thanks for watching. Subscribe everywhere. Check out all the links at swolenormousx.com, and I'll see you tomorrow for 1073. Peace, McGee's. Deuce Magoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Out.